And we're live. Hello,
Woohoo!
everybody. I'm Lauren Gabrielle, and this is an Everyday Magic special edition. I am talking today with my new friend, Corinne. Corinne and I met because we are both speakers in this beautiful summit that's coming up on December 13th called Women Lighting the Way, where 25 women tell their stories. And that's how Corinne and I met and discovered that we have so much in common, even though our lives are so vastly different. Welcome, Corinne.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure being here, and it's a pleasure again meeting you in a different environment on your own space on Substack, which a place where we both love. And
Yes.
we've discovered that we both share stories here. So I mean, way before we met, with on the women lighting the way, we've been sharing and sharing, and then we realized how much actually with what you share is what I share, real life,
Yes.
real situations.
Yeah, exactly. And hello, Sybil. Thanks for being here. And Jeannie, welcome.
Mhm.
Um, So, what we decided we would talk
Yes.
about today, look around wherever you are and look for the registration link for Women Lighting the Way. That's where you can hear Corinne's full story and my full story. And we may share little tidbits of that today.
Uh,
But really, we wanted to choose kind of a universal topic and we landed on resilience.
Yeah, quite
Yeah.
quite a topic for both of us, and
Yeah.
I think we both have a library of metaphorically speaking books about on resilience that we can write, and we wrote in a different way, but yeah,
Yes,
they're all
exactly.
imprints of our experiences. It's true, isn't it?
Yeah. So why don't you go first and I'll go next and just kind of explain what resilience means from your point of view and um yeah, and we'll take it from there.
Absolutely. So I think I'm going to go for a story from my country of origin because I'm Romanian, and I have to say that this is I'm able to survive and sometimes thrive in a different in the Western world. Because I went through the experiences I went through when I was growing up in Romania. So it's because if you want to be trained in resilience, you need to you need to go to a Eastern European country. So I mean, you need to go back in time. Just take a magic pill and go back in time, and go through our daily life. Which said it was all about the good, bad, and ugly. However, it made many of us quite strong, and strong without wanting to be strong. Because going back to resilience, resilience is not something that you learn, it's something that you experience when you have no choice. And I think when I hear nowadays, oh, you need to build your resilience. No, honey, you don't build your resilience. You go through events, and when you have no choice and you go through that, that's resilient. But you don't do anything deliberately. You're not going to start training to be resilient.
Oh,
So
this is interesting, very interesting. So, first tell me the definition of resilience. What exactly do you mean by
So
resilience?
what again what it is in I mean, resilience is like, it's just like I say that we are many people. It is in the same way I'm going to reply to the saying resilience has many layers. So it's there are multiple layers, like a beautiful lotus, let's say. So it's like coming up. It's in a way it's like going through the mud in order to create a lotus flower. For me, this is resilience. So you go through the mud, you go through challenges, you go through difficult situations in order to create something beautiful, i.e. your life, survive an event, survive a terrible situation where probably other people would not survive, and be able to tell the story. I think that the moment when we tell the story, I mean, I said it's a full circle, because the moment the lotus flower flowers, it's when you tell a story, again, metaphorically. And this is when you inspire others and you tell others they're not alone on their journey. They're not alone in everything that is going through their lives. And I'm going to go back a little bit before I'll answer briefly to your question. Back in the old times, women had their circles. They were gathering together around the fire. They were knitting. They were doing something for work, and they were sharing stories. They were telling their stories. What they were doing there, they were processing emotions. They were processing good, the bad, whatever it was, and they were alchemizing it. And sort of their soul was, they were standing up and being in a much better place. So that they were building resilience by sharing. So they were sharing, building resilience, and moving on, and understanding that this is a never-ending process. It goes. I mean, life is circular. So is resilience. So are the challenges. But they had a space to process, and that's exactly why both of us are in this space, are in these women circles where together we process emotions, happenings, and also we invite others to process their own emotions and tell their own stories in different ways.
Yeah. Our fearless leader has joined us. Hello, Saya. So
Oh,
happy to see you here.
oh, lovely,
Asa-
lovely.
yeah, Asaya is the creator and orchestrator and production person and magic maker and goddess of Women Lighting the Way. So I'm so happy that you're here. And it's so interesting that my view of resilience, because my life was so very different than yours,
Mm-hmm.
is very different.
Oh,
So
that's good. Come on,
yeah,
let's hear yours. Let's hear
yes.
yours.
Yes, it's fascinating. So my life, my childhood was idyllic. You know, I lived in a rural area and, you know, a little hobby farm and loving parents and loving brothers and sisters. And, you know, not that I didn't have trauma. Everyone does. You know, we all
Yeah.
have things that happen to us as children and as human beings. And we internalize those, we embody those, and they become a part of what shapes us as we grow. But resilience to me is I wear an aura ring, which
Oh,
is yeah, it measures
what's that?
lots of your health
Oh, really?
factors. Your
Oh,
yes, it measures,
fascinating.
and the primary one is heart rate variability, and that is literally the balance of your nervous system, whether you're able to relax and recover appropriately, and whether you know it's a literal measurement of your body's
Oh,
resilience,
mm-hmm.
right? Okay, so after my rough and tumble world, which again you can hear the full story in Women Lighting the Way, the summit. Look for the link around here. I fled from my life because I was screwing everything up and I couldn't get anything right. And so I just put everything down and escaped to the mountain. And I stayed there for 10 years. And
Mm-hmm.
by about 7 or 8 years, I'm going, you know what? I've got this stuff figured out. I am so resilient. I am, I am so good at managing stress and I never get upset. I never get angry. Everything's good. But then I stopped to think, if you're on a peaceful mountainside with only dogs and cats for company and nothing to challenge you,
Yeah.
of course anybody can be can be resilient under those circumstances, right? And so
Mm-hmm.
my choice to stretch myself and expand myself and grow was to leave that mountain and literally become a nomad traveling the world.
Mm-hmm.
And today in India, I have been to 4 different places over the week trying to get a telephone that I can
Oh my.
use in India, yeah, and so there's so many trials and tribulations and, um, the big stressors for me are India traffic, and if you've ever been in a city like this, it's terrifying, right?
No,
And
but I've seen many in movies and I've seen many things, so I can imagine. I mean, it's quite a challenge because you need to completely change your mindset, and that's what it is. You need to get put aside the way you think things need to be or were before, and you need to embrace the now. Otherwise, you're going mad.
yeah, well, and that's not possible for me. My mind cannot switch that far from the orderly United States roads to what I would never drive here.
Uh,
I'm very careful walking. I'm just talking about riding in the tuk-tuk, trying to trying to navigate all of these. And you know, I saw an accident between a tuk-tuk and a
oh,
motorbike, but I was sitting there thinking, you know what? I love that I know I can choose how I feel about this. I can
mm,
choose how I respond to this. I can choose to breathe and just let this experience be and let it teach me and let it expand my heart and my horizons. And when I get back to England or Europe, that traffic's going to seem so calm.
well, well, well. I mean, there are always challenges, my darling. No, don't you worry about that. You're going to be because you'll be challenged in a different way. I mean, there are always challenges, but as you said, each and every experience sort of allows you to probably to integrate a little bit better in a new environment
Mhm.
because you don't expect things to be in a particular way. So I
Right.
think this exactly what you're having. You are you are in a sense of in a place of allowing things to be as they are, and you
Yes.
know that you will figure out a way because
Yeah.
you've done it before. So this is it is a resilience building, and so
Hmm.
probably not reacting. You're not going to react you
Right.
from that position of either desperation, fear, or whatever. You are, because you're human. You'll react for a second, and then you will go into that place where you know it's better than me because of all of your amazing meditations and detox and so on. So I think that's going to enable you to take things in a very different way, and you're going to share it with us because I think that you're one of those rare people who are going to really tell and share with people, because what you've learned is you. I don't think that you are learning it for yourself. You're learning because you want to share.
Right.
And probably
That
that's
is
from
exactly
what
right.
I've known you, for a bit now. I know that that is one of your missions. It's about
Yes.
allowing people to really experience life with more ease.
Yeah, exactly. And so my definition of resilience, beyond what my aura ring says about how, great and healthy my body is being in the real and deep knowing and understanding that we have all of the capacity that we need to navigate everything, and that we can make the space in our
Mhm.
bodies to hold the challenges and the struggles and the ups and downs and twists and turns, which are what make life, right? And at the same time hold our divinity and our immortality and our ultimate wisdom, and be in that place of knowing that everything always works out. We can see forever in all directions, and we know it's going to be okay. So we're able to hold both our grief and our joy at the same time.
I
That to me is resilience.
I think that this is an amazing thought to have and to hold to my heart, because, and I think that we are all, many people are all different. So I think in my case I end why I arrive at that point after the struggle and the battle and all of that thing, because I'm still far away from being able to hold two, which are beautiful, two parts of this, like yin and yang, a good, bad, a terrible experience, survival and thriving. I mean, it's, for me, I'm still a work in progress.
Right.
So I'm going through the emotion, and I know I'm struggling. And when I'm out of a particular situation, I say, "Oh wow, wowie, you've been resilient, girl. There you are. You've survived. Well done, honey. And now you're going to tell the story. Other people need to have a shortcut. You don't need to struggle like you." So I think that I take it. I like, as you. I like to bring humor in in the resilience as well, and making it a bit more palatable, something a bit more that you can. It's like loosening all of the thing in your body, because resilience, for another word, another way of answering to the resilience. For me, resilience is really it's something very very tough. It's something that you are, you're like, all of your muscles are all, they are sort of, they are ready to fight. That's what is for me resilient. It's when I am with my saber in my hand, ready to fight. So
Mhm.
that's the resilience.
Yeah,
So
we picked a topic that is so endless. I wonder if Asaya is still with us. She could put the summit link in the messages if she was still here. Asaya,
oh
beautiful one.
yeah, I think it will be great
Yeah,
to have the link, exactly. But can't we have
yeah,
it after that? After the
absolutely. I'll put it in the post when we're
Yeah,
finished
because
here.
it is
And
actually, because we want people to come to, not listen only to our stories, because we are only two of 25 amazing women who are there to share bits of their lives and their what they've learned, how they've learned. And as we said, I think we all want to support others and make their journeys a little bit easier, or to make them realize that they are not alone in whatever they are going through. And yeah, and to invite them to join the circle, because
yes.
I, like you, and I believe in the power of sisterhood and brotherhood, because we are open to having men, in our group, because men struggle as well. So this group of ours, in this particular event, yeah, invites both men and women, because we are all human, and we are all going through human emotions and human difficult and good situations.
Absolutely. Yeah. And Asaya, if you have the link handy to put in the messages that people who are watching right now live can see it, that would be great. And yeah, you get to. Corinne's story is just amazing about growing up in Romania, and my story is quite unusual, and all of them are. So
Mm,
that women in the world lately often feel like they're alone, that they're the only ones going
yeah.
through this. And this is the testament that you're not. You're going to hear stories from many different women that you're like, oh, that they touch your heart. You're like,
Mm.
oh, that's how I feel. And that's, and so it's inspiring and it's uplifting and it's helpful in so many, many ways to just be in community and understand that you're not in this by yourself, right? That's
Oh, that's a spectacular word, community. And also, I want to add, probably just by going to the end of this little talk of ours, that we all gift various gifts from the heart to all of our participants, and so there are bits that people can keep after they hear our talk, something a memento, something that will remind them of the emotion they went through, but also something to support them on their own journey. So we're not going to go into disclosing actually what are they going to be. We
yeah.
want to invite people to come and see for themselves and experience and be blessed by by what they're going to see and hear, because we've all gifted our time, our stories from the heart.
Absolutely. And that seems like a beautiful point to end this beautiful little chat that we've had on resilience. And congratulations to us for figuring out the time zones
Yeah,
across
it's
the
the
world.
first time for me, so I'm from for the first time here. So my God, Lauren, I mean, thank you so much. It's been amazing, and yeah, all of my fears are gone now. Dissipated. I'm very happy on Substack now,
Yes,
live.
now you can go live anytime you want. You know just how it's done.
Absolutely. A pleasure. Have a lovely time in India. Give a big hug to all of the lovely colors, because I love Indian colors. I love, only seeing you reminds me of the air and what I appreciate about India. But this is another talk for another day.
For
So
another day, right? Yeah. And so, everybody that joined us live, thank you so much for being here. And if you're watching the replay, look around for the link to join the Women Lighting the Way Summit. And remember to make everyday magic and the sacred ordinary. Love and light.
bye. Bye.
Bye.